Live. Okay. Can you do me a favor?
Uh-huh.
Check on the YouTube side to see, because I usually track it from my phone, but I can't see it because we're on Insta. So I don't know if you can actually see it or probably not. Oh, there's the notification. It just went out.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said, yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. So we got to let me know when we got some folks coming in. I wish I could tell I don't have one of my other devices.
I'm checking. Yeah.
People should. Huh?
There we go. Got a couple people coming in.
Okay. All right. We're going to wait till we get a nice size amount and we're going to start this midweek chat because we got a lot to say.
I have too much to say.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Girl.
This man is giving marital advice.
He need to go sit down somewhere.
He need to worry about his own marriage. that's all I got to say.
Listen, did they finally finalize the marriage?
I haven't heard them mention anything since what Hope and Leon had a conversation. That was like a couple months back. And yeah, that's when she had showed up at the door in lingerie.
Wow.
Okay. That was it.
That was the last time.
And I thought they would have like finalized something by now because it's been more than 6 months.
Yeah, I thought maybe they were done, but I guess not. Or we haven't really gotten any confirmation that Liam and Hope's divorce was final.
We haven't got confirmation from Hope that she loves this man. We need confirmation that she is at least committed to Thomas, but I don't know. She's waffling on her own decisions herself, and she's extending her shoulder out to Thomas and now Finn, and we don't even know what's going on with her own marriage. It's just so much is going on up in the air with her particularly, but for Liam himself, until he gets his own situation together, he need not to worry about another person's marriage.
I know. He needs to go and, like you said, take several seats. Now, I know you had a rant that you wanted to go on.
Yes.
Okay, I was able to open my chat box on my streaming platform so I can see a few of the comments. Hey, Rednecks. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Cynthia. Come on in. How many people do you actually see? It doesn't give me the number, though.
It shows 27 so far.
Okay,
they're starting to trickle in.
Okay, cool. All right. So, you know what? Because I got the picture on the screen of different things that happened in today's episode. And I usually do the midweek, thing on Tuesday. But I'm like, let me see. Because I knew that the confrontation of Liam and Finn was going to be to Wednesday. So I'm like, because I just got in like half an hour ago. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to feed my face and then we going to talk about this.
Because there's a lot to say. This whole episode like got me to my core. I was so upset. This man had the nerve to say, "Oh, the women would abandon up your A." Really?
Yeah, that's what he said. And then he had the nerve to talk about somebody being disloyal. So for those who haven't, first of all, I didn't even do an intro. We so ready to jump in. For those that are new here, I know I see my usual crew up in here, but this is T and Bree. Today, we're doing the midweek chat for CBS Soap Dish Recap. We usually on Friday nights do a full 2 hour, 3 hour, whatever hour live to recap the entire week. But lately I've been doing midweek chats with you guys, especially when something crazy, and it's usually the best episodes to me usually happen midweek. The cliffhangers sometimes, but midweek, oh yeah, it's like, oh, here we go.
I agree.
All
100%.
right. So, what we're talking about is bold. I might kind of, I know you only got a certain amount of time, Bree. So,
oh, you're perfectly fine. You're
okay.
good. I said, be somewhere at like 8:30, so you're fine. We got plenty of time to roast lamb.
You said plenty of time. I'm gonna try to see maybe if Keish wanna come in. If she do, that's fine.
I think I saw something in the group chat.
Yeah, I just sent her an invite.
Yeah, because we all, just as a group, need to roast Liam for just the stupidity that he just had to say on today's episode.
Hey, Keish. I'm letting you know we live on YouTube too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry if there's noise going on in the background. I'm in the gym.
You in the gym?
Yeah, I'm just walking on the treadmill.
Oh, go ahead, girl. Do your thing.
Hey. Getting ready for spring break, I see.
I'm trying.
So, okay. So, I kind of want to... Okay, let's start with the lead thing. Because she used some harsh words. Now, I know a lot of people agree with Lee, and then there's some people that was like, you got to understand what your son going through. Okay, so where are you, Bree, and where are you, Keish?
I feel for Lee because she's also one of Sheila's victims. So I understand not having a care in the world that she's gone. But as much as Lee stresses that this is her son, this is her boy, this is where she kind of needed to put her mama hat on and, at least be his ear. And if he asks for advice or whatever the case is, then give it to him. But at least be his mother and be his ear, if anything. Like, regardless of the scenario, be his mom first.
Okay. What you got, Keith?
I don't blame her for the feelings that she has either. Because, like Bree said, she's one of Sheila's victims. So, like, she literally tried to take her out. But I think all she really needs to do in this situation, knowing that she has sour feelings about Sheila, is, I don't know, just maybe give Finn a hug and leave him be. Because I can also understand how she would kind of feel slighted that her son is basically devastated about Sheila being gone when Sheila tried to kill the woman that raised him, and that he's known as his mother for 30 plus years, and not seeming to have any, that doesn't seem to bother him. So I don't know, it's two-sided, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys. I can understand why Lee is like good riddance because of the fact that, like you said, she tried to run her off in the river or the lake or the ocean or whatever that is in a fiery car. But on the flip side, you got to see where he's coming from. Because, some of the stuff that he was saying is like, look, I wouldn't even be here if you didn't have me. If she didn't have me. And then she says, yeah, what an affair from your dad. Sleeping and having an affair with your father. However he got here. He got here.
Yeah, I thought that part was unnecessary. She
right.
Say that.
Exactly. So between her and Ridge, they running a race of throwing all these names out there.
And it sucks because for Lee, like, that's your son. If you love him, be empathetic to him. And for Ridge, empathize on a human level. And that's the thing that I have an issue with majority of like the Foresters is like they well, actually, this majority of the characters on the show, they refuse to empathize on a human level unless it's something that affects them.
Right.
And here's something that not too long ago, they all could have been dealing with. They could have been dealing with grieving over Eric.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks to Finn, nonetheless, they're able to carry on with their matriarch. Okay, their patriarch. But here's a moment where you can empathize with your son-in-law, with your son, with a member of your family who is struggling and dealing with something. That's why I wish Taylor was here.
Oh,
I think a little bit of the difference there, though, is that nobody, even Finn himself, doesn't understand why he feels this way about Sheila, who has done all these things to him, who he didn't have a relationship with. And I think that's where the show is failing. Because for months or years, Finn has said, he even said it to Hope. I wasn't hoping for a relationship with her. I'm just sad that she's gone, and I don't know why. So I think the show has done a poor job of building up to this, because just showing him give her 2 hugs does not explain these reactions. That's why I'm hoping that maybe whoever this secret person is that she was meeting with was Finn, and it would explain the extreme reaction he's having now compared to the reaction he had a couple of years ago when they thought Sheila was attacked by a bear.
That would be a really interesting twist. I was going to say that I actually kind of get Finn's emotions, because I don't know who he was talking to. I believe it was Hope, where he has said that he always wanted to know who his birth mother was. He couldn't put a face to her, but he wanted to know who she was. He wanted to put the missing pieces together. So when he was able to really see Sheila for the first time, regardless of what she did, he was able to kind of put that missing piece together for himself. And now that missing piece is gone, he feels empty. And I can understand that, between his emotions, his wife, and his in-laws, and the people that Sheila's affected, he has a lot of weight on his shoulders, and it's so disrespectful for people to say, ignore your feelings and focus on us. And I feel like he can't be a strong person until he deals with his own feelings.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree.
But does that mean that he can't be there at all for Steffy? Like, does he just continue to not stay at home and ignore her altogether?
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's a tough situation, because I guess, like you say, it could be a situation with the writing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because on the writing side of it all, it's like what Keisha was saying. Maybe the secret person that he's been meeting has been him. The secret person that she's been meeting might have been him. You know what I'm saying? But that would be an interesting twist if they went down that pathway. I don't know.
Yeah. And I think that's why I think everybody is having a hard time understanding this, because they know all the stuff that Sheila has done to him and to his family. And from what they know, he had no relationship with Sheila. The only thing he knew her as was his biological mother. And I know people are saying, well, it's that's his bio mom. There's an automatic connection there. And I don't know. I'm somebody that doesn't. I don't feel that way, because bio parent or not, if you do horrendous things to someone, I think there are people that can make a disconnect there. Like, yeah, you gave birth to me, but you also did this to me. So because that was so horrendous, like I don't want anything to do with you. I don't need you, especially if you did rape. Like he's known her for 3 years. He hasn't known her his entire life. So I think that's why everybody is just like what what the heck is going on? Like, why are you
So what
acting
the
like
heck is
this
going
woman?
on?
Yeah, like, why are you acting like this woman was Finn that was cute, or not Finn, Lee that was cute?
Well, I'll say this on the flip side. Take Victor Newman, for example. Victor has done heinous things to all of his children. He almost tried to unalive Adam a couple of times, and he's gotten his kids arrested. He has done heinous things himself, but he manages to still give grace. Granted, he hasn't gone on an unaliving spree like Sheila has, but here's a parent who's done heinous things, and granted, he's been in his children's lives doing these things. I feel that with Finn, for him, I think it kind of goes back to the fact that he is adopted, that he has a crazy background to how he was brought up in this world, and it's to no fault of his own. I feel that it's hard for him to be there for Steffy when he is, it's no different from anybody who's grieving, regardless of the scenario. It's hard to be there for somebody when you're grieving. And yes, he's a husband. Yes, he's a father. Yes, he's all these things. But until he gets his mind together, he can't really be much of any help to Steffy or his family. And I think Steffi knows that that's why she had her kids, where they need to be. And so she can get her own emotions and make sure that she's okay too. Because this also affected her too.
So,
and I feel like I feel like Finn should say that to her instead of just freaking out, running out of the house.
But you know what, Keish, here's the other thing, and yeah, he should stay there. Steffi tried.
Not even necessarily stay there, but at least to vocalize that to her instead of.
Right.
I feel like he says it in pieces and doesn't give his the way he sat there and talked to Hope. Why didn't he do that with Steffi? Because she hasn't been fussing at me.
Okay, so let me chime in here for a second. I gotta give Steffi a little bit of credit because when Ridge was going off on him and doing all this stuff, she was like, "Look, Pops, I'm gonna need you to, leave the house. Let me talk to him." She tried to empathize with him and say, "You know what? We can work through this together. I'm struggling too. You're struggling too. Can we figure this out?" And then when she tried to go in to embrace him for a kiss, he pulls away. So obviously, yes, he needs to process this, but I gotta say she tried just a little bit.
I think she tried a lot. I think it's Finn that has the block.
Oh, well, I'll say this. When he pulled away, all of that just happened all in the same breath. So maybe one minute he was like, "Okay, I can do this. We can get past this," and then the next minute, his emotions made sense to me. I feel he was jumbled up in his emotions because he's in the house where all of that took place, and he was able to kind of drive, take a breather, and maybe it was a little bit more clear-headed when he spoke to Hope. But I do agree he does need to communicate what he needs to, get through all this from Steffi. And he can't expect for her to be sympathetic that, that Sheila is gone. She has every right to feel relief and that she should feel happy that she protected herself because it could have resulted in a different way. I just wish they were able to communicate how they feel, but I agree that he kind of needs to take space to kind of collect his thoughts so he can actually communicate what he needs.
Yeah. You know what else throws me off is the way that he completely discarded his father after finding out about the affair and that was his actual biological father. But he didn't. It's like you still had these emotions and feelings for Sheila after she left you for dead and out and tried to kill your mom.
I blame the writing for that because he's never really brought up Jack. It's been, wow, actually, yeah, since the affair came out, and that's the last time he ever brought up his dad. We never hear about him, like, spending time with Hayes or video chatting, like they try to sneak in with Taylor.
Wow, that pissed me off so much.
Yeah, y'all saw that yesterday, right? Where
Yeah.
Steffi was like, "My mom said over when I video chatted with my mom." I'm like, "Oh, so that's what y'all doing?" We had just talked about that on Friday.
It's so lame. The way they handle that is so lame. I just don't understand the issue there, like why they can't get it together when it comes to Taylor.
I mean, and even if they can't get Krista Allen back, find somebody
exactly
else. You know what I'm saying?
Used to have. No, they used to have like a bunch of like fill-ins, like even when they were sick. I remember Taylor had like I forget the name of that actress. Whenever she was like sick or had to be off screen for surgeries, she always had like a fill-in. But it makes, I don't understand why Taylor wouldn't be in this moment. Any other mother would be there for her daughter, especially after she had to take a life. A life was taken in her daughter's house, and they're saying that she video chatted. Video chatted from where? A different country. What is more important? It's such stupid writing.
Hey, look, Bree. Maybe she was on the safari like Ridge's siblings were.
But you know what? Even with that, eventually they said in dialogue that the kids came home. We just didn't see it.
Right.
So I would have taken. I was just at the house, or I was just at mom's, or something like that, to let us know that they were together in person, even if we couldn't see it on camera.
Right.
They actually did that when Taylor was first accused of unaliving Bill, where they would say like, "Oh, my mom stepped in to spend time with the baby" or something like that. I don't see why they couldn't do that. That made sense, and they could have did the same thing for Jack too.
Yep.
Until they casted the right people. I don't understand this.
Okay, so here's some more sloppy writing. And I got to give a shout out to Shan, S-H-A-N, in the comment. She said, "Did we forget Steffi did unalive someone before, her cousin Allie?"
She didn't kill Allie. She swung at Allie and barely missed her. Allie stumbled back and hit her head.
But somebody died in front of her. So,
yes, for sure.
So I'm wondering, because she was like, she's taken back about this whole thing. So I was just wondering. I know she brought that up in the comments. I just wanted to get y'all thoughts on that.
It is weird that they're not mentioning that.
Actually, I hope they kind of do mention that. Because they did a whole police investigation because Steffy was trying to cover up the evidence, and I'm like, girl, it was self-defense. But they could revisit that and say like, hey, you have a history. They could also bring up the history that Steffy shot Sheila before.
Yep. I don't think they ever reported it though.
And Liam ain't gonna say it because the only people that was in that room was Sheila, Eric, Liam, and Steffi, and I can't see Eric and Liam saying, "Oh yeah, she shot her," unless they're under oath, of course.
True. But they. This is why I hate the fact that they let Steffi be the one to take out Sheila. This is exactly why. Oh my goodness, it should have been Lauren, but
yeah, I found that interesting. I saw the little clip that they did, that Jacqueline did over on the talk yesterday, and she was saying that Steffi was the best person because for so many years her and Sheila Carter has been going at it, and I'm thinking like, well, whatever amount of years y'all were going through it, fine, but most of that was when Stephanie was alive, with her mom, with Lauren, Young and the Restless. So I kind of wish they could have, if they were going to truly, who knows, because Mace, people are banking on Mace Sweeps, she's coming back. Because if you think about when Finn was shot, and he went off, It was around the same time of the year in 2022. And then for May sweeps, he came back.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm still not buying it.
I
think
think he came back May. It was like the third week in May. No, maybe it was middle of May when he came back in 2022.
There must be some reason that they're not even mentioning her history in Genoa City. And I don't know what it would be, but they haven't, since she's been back, they have not once mentioned anything about Lauren or anybody in Genoa City when it comes to Sheila.
And the thing is that both Lauren and Nikki has been to LA in the past 2 years and never have crossed paths with Sheila.
Actually, they were just at the fashion show. Lauren was with Esther.
Lauren was, yep.
And they didn't even, Sheila did not come up anywhere in a conversation, and I don't understand it.
Nope.
And I would be very upset with the Y&R writing if they didn't mention, like, in a news headline, like, oh, Sheila is gone. I want to get some sort of reaction because she had, like, affected Y&R. So if they decide not to bring Sheila back for B&B, that's fine. Bring her to Y&R and then have her pop up for May sweeps over there.
Girl, they still got to deal with Jordan. Jordan setting people houses on fire, pushing people in this traffic.
She's carrying the torch, and I'm happy to see that.
I think Jordan, you know what? I actually think Jordan is worse because she just don't care. I mean, I'm not saying that Sheila, it wasn't heinous because she definitely was. Usually she was always hurting people because she wanted somebody to love her. Jordan is just trying to get people out the way.
Can I say something real quick? Seth is the stupidest person. Why are you revealing your whole hand to this woman?
I didn't get it either. I was lost. I'm like, did I miss a part of the conversation him and Nikki had where this was a plan?
I'm like, are you drunk, sir?
Keish, you were right. This was a plan. He agreed with Nikki to plan this thing out, and then you go and tell the whole thing to that crazy person.
Yeah, so I was thinking that, like, well, maybe he's trying to get something else out of this, and he's going to team up with Jordan. But so I thought when they stepped outside the restaurant, I just knew Jordan was going to take off running. I did not expect that to happen.
Girl.
And then pushes a man, and then boop. Just an idiot.
And then you turn your back on her. So it's one thing if he stood right there in that foyer or brought her with him while he make the call. You go in front of her into a street area because obviously that, you know, they were that close to that traffic where the car was coming, and you turn your back on her.
That made no sense to me. Like, why take the phone call in the bar with witnesses?
Girl, please. And then she go up in there talking about, oh my God, an accident happened. She
played it off good too.
Yes, she did. I got to give it to Colleen Zink. She know how to work that role.
Mm-hmm. That's why she and Sheila just need to meet up in Genoa City. I think they could be a tag team champions of Daytime. They'll waste no time terrorizing the Newmans, the Fenmores, and whoever is in their way. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so yeah, we'll cross back over because I got a couple things to say about Phyllis. But back to Bold. So now let's talk about this conversation between Hope and Steffy. Steffy looked a little irked by Hope telling her to, you know what, you better protect your marriage. She looking at her like, why don't you mind your own business? Why didn't you tell Liam that?
Steffy needs to take several seats because she had no problem infiltrating on Hope and Thomas and being in their business.
Exactly.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. That's all I had to say because the nerve. And the thing is, Anyway, I don't want to be.
Go ahead,
Got on my nerves with that.
Go ahead, Key.
I'll give her. She was, in my opinion, justified one time of telling Hope how she felt when it came to her and Thomas's relationship, because she watched her brother basically lose it over wanting to be with Hope. After the one time that was enough, because they're both adults, they're going to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And her beating a dead horse about it is not going to do anything to change that. Where I disagree with Hope, I feel like all Hope needs to do in that situation was, tell Steffy, I'm sorry you're going through this, give her a hug or something and move on. The reason why I didn't feel like she needed to say what she said to her about Finn is because Steffy she's not disregarding Finn's feelings in this situation. She's told him she understands that he's upset. She's told him, can we talk about this? I know that you're sad. She's not fussing at him about the way that he feels, the way everybody else is. So for her to say that to Steffy didn't make any sense, because she was coming at Steffy as if Steffy was mad at Finn or upset that Finn has the feelings that he has right now. And she doesn't. She's not treating him that way. So there was no need for her to tell Steffy, don't let this come between your marriage. That's something that should have stayed with Finn, because right now Finn is the one that's putting up a wall and kind of letting it come.
So let me ask y'all this: Do you think that Steffy is a little bit kind of irked the fact that Finn has been talking to her about this?
I would be if I was her. You can go and talk to Hope, somebody that you're barely friends with, about this, but you can't sit down with me and talk to me about this. Mm-hmm. And then for Hope to come in there and basically tell Steffy what she needs to do in this situation. Well,
basically, but Hope and Liam are doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, they are. Liam needs to shut up too. I'll give Steffy credit in this. I didn't like the way that she sat there and leaned on his shoulder. I didn't like any of that. Mm-mm. But she still defended Finn, and she still defended the way Finn felt to Liam. So she didn't sit there and just not say anything while Liam was.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. She did tell Liam, she was like, "Look, we've been through a lot, and we can get through this too."
Yeah.
And I feel with Hope, I feel like she wasn't saying anything that she didn't tell Finn the night before, because she was telling Finn, you need to tighten up, you need to understand you have responsibilities, and yes, we understand what you're going through, but also keep in mind you get your wife and she also needs you. And I feel she was being very subtle to Steffy when she said, like, hey, don't let this interfere with your marriage. I mean, if anyone knows better than a woman coming between a marriage, it's Hope.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost as the way that she was doing it, though, was almost as if she was accusing Steffy of not being understanding to Finn, and Steffy is not doing that. She actually didn't even give Steffy a chance to really. She didn't really say anything about her and Finn in regards to what was going on. And even when Hope was talking to Finn never told Hope, oh, she's mad at me because I feel this way. She fussed at me, or she did XYZ. She's not listening to me. He didn't say any of that. Finn himself said he doesn't understand his feelings to her. And I agreed with the stuff that Hope was saying to Finn. I didn't mind that conversation, but it didn't, to me, it just didn't track with her conversation with Steffy, because Steffy wasn't in there saying, Finn needs to get it together. He's not supporting me. He's not doing this. The only thing that Steffy said in that conversation was, I had to defend myself. I forget what else she said.
Mm-hmm.
It was a crazy situation. I had to do what I needed to do. And Hope was like, oh man, I don't know if I could have done what you did and took somebody's life. And it's like, girl, no.
Mm-hmm. How did you feel when you pushed Thomas into that vat of acid? You thought he was dead then. I mean,
Well,
seriously.
they forgave each other. They forgave
I
each
know,
other.
but she talking about I couldn't have done that. You pushed that man in a vat of acid. Yeah, you could have. Okay, so we gotta talk about little Puke because I know Bree has been waiting patiently to get into his behind. All right, Bree, I'm gonna open up the floodgates for you.
Oh my goodness. So we all heard this man tell this other man that women could have dumped his A. Women could have been and dumped him. And keep in mind, we have seen a whole resume of years worth of women who should have been and dumped Liam. But choose to waffle with him, to choose to do the shuffle with this man. The fact that this whole episode should have been called hypocrisy. The fact that Liam is not going to see Thomas anymore. He's just popping up at Finn's office, an actual man with a degree and actual serves a purpose in the community. You show up to try to rub in his face that Steffy has hopped in his lap and say that all of a sudden now that he is a worthy husband and a worthy father. Keep in mind, he barely mentions any of his children. Where's Elizabeth? Keep in mind, this man is still married to this day. What about your own marriage? Why are you telling about how to be a husband and a role model? As he wearing his dusty cape, just hopping into a whole other man's office, just happy, and that all of a sudden he can wave his flag, stating that, oh my goodness, Steffy now wants me. And this is where Finn should have got on Liam's neck, saying, hey, she ain't left me yet. She still wants me. Don't you still got a wife who's getting nailed to the couches thanks to Thomas? Worry about your own marriage. Okay, I'll stop.
All right, Keish, what you got, Keish?
Well, Liam and Hope's marriage is, their divorce is finalized.
It is?
Yeah, Hope said it, it was sometime last month. She just said it in dialogue, something about the divorce is final or something like that. But it was the same week that we heard Summer talk about how her divorce was finalized was the same week that Hope said it with Liam about her and Liam's marriage. I remember it distinctly because we got both of those, the closure to both of their marriages in the same week.
So he's just divorced, sitting on his daddy's couch talking about he could be father of the year.
Yeah, but he's going to be father of the year to Hayes and Kelly. He ain't said nothing about father of the year to Beth.
Right. You ain't talked about your actual daughter in how many months now, but you're going to bring up Hayes.
Right.
And it wasn't that long ago he was saying how Thomas is dangerous. We need to protect the children from Thomas. You ain't mentioned the Beth that you keep driving down in Hope's throat every chance you get. But you still on your daddy's couch. Months later, you divorce, but you want to be father of the year to a whole other man's wife.
Well, are you sure you're done, Bree?
I'm done.
Okay, go ahead and finish, Keish.
I mean, y'all know Liam get on my nerves. That is typical arrogant Liam who thinks he knows everything and is always trying to tell somebody else how to live their life and what to do. So like him going over there and being just the absolute smuggest person on the face of the earth in that moment is not too much of a shock, honestly. I on the other hand enjoyed it because I just enjoy Scott Clifton when he's being the jerkiest of jerks. It's frustrating and it's annoying character wise, but Scott Clifton is so freaking good at acting. It was just fun to watch. The facial expressions, the way that he delivered his lines was great. But yeah, I wish Finn would have stood up and just punched him in the face. That's what I'm waiting for. I need Finn to like
snap
Liam up by his collar and like I don't know, slam him into a wall one good time, or I don't know. I just need Finn to do something mildly violent to Liam.
Oh my goodness.
Just one good time because he deserved it.
Okay, it's my turn.
Uh-huh.
First of all, he comes up in a doctor's office unannounced. You didn't have an appointment, sir. Go back outside and right out that door. He just show up talking about John. I'm like,
Hi,
really?
John.
Oh, you
He's
really
the
trying to be
only one.
annoying? He called him.
He's the only one that calls him John.
Right. He really trying to be annoying. And I mean, Finn told him twice he need to leave. He didn't want to leave. You go up in there and close the door. He's telling you to stay out of his business. He come up in there talking about people being disloyal. And if, for those that saw my recap earlier, I pulled up some of the archives, okay? But it's like, dude, you ain't got nothing to say about loyalty whatsoever. Mr. Waffle King. You know, I should say Waffle Boy because Ridge is Waffle King. I mean, seriously, he's been going back and forth between these two ladies for over a decade. And you got the nerve to talk about being disloyal? And how they should have dumped him a long time ago? They should have dumped you a long time ago. I mean, girl, I'm like, and then Finn, why are you letting these people talk to you like this? Ridge,
exactly.
He should have cussed Ridge out. I'm sorry. You need to cuss him out and put him out the house. Don't come up in here talking crazy to me, calling people animals and calling people idiots and all types of stuff. Man, if you don't get up out of here.
It was the same idiot who saved your daddy.
Exactly. He should have said that. Oh, you want to call people idiots and animals? Oh, okay. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, this idiot saves your daddy.
You know.
He's living, breathing. He just got married, everything, thanks to the idiot.
You know, and then with Liam coming up and they're talking about if you don't step up and take care of Kelly and Hayes, I will. Dude, go sit down. Go take several seats. And like you ladies were saying, somebody need to punch him in the face. I mean, serious fan, you're taking too much from these people. He's like he's scared of them.
I know. And the thing is, I wish he would just tell Lee about the fact that Liam's trying to go after Steffy, especially now, because that's, if anybody who can really get in Liam's face, it would be Lee. Like, no, you're not going to interfere with nothing.
Yeah, Lee would definitely get it.
Though.
What'd you say?
Like I need it to be Finn, though. I need him to, like you said, I just feel like he sits back and just takes it. He'll say a little bit here and there, like in the scene with Liam today, but he's not saying enough. Like, why are you sitting there listening to this man basically tell you he's about to take your wife from you?
Well, that's what TA in the comment section says. He was such a wimp, irritating, and letting everyone tell him how to feel. That's the other thing. It's not only talking bad at him. People are trying to tell him how to feel and what to think. It's like, dude, you done spent 12 years in college learning how to use your own brain. You can use your own brain without telling these people to get the French toast out your face.
And out his household and tell him how he needs to run his house. No, you mind your business. And the funny part about this is they had no problem kissing this man's feet about a month or so ago.
Yeah, back in January.
Just a month or so ago. Mm-hmm. And the fact that now when he needs support, they can't fathom how to, be there for him, to help him, to be a shoulder, to be a voice. The only person who actually stepped up to be a voice is Hope, and she's not a forester. She has no connections to a forester except for when she connects to Thomas.
You know what? I wonder.
His wife did too. He just didn't want to hear it.
You know what? I wonder what do you think Lee would feel about if she found out about those kisses and the fact that because she looked like she just oh my God, don't let Steffy go and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, listen, I was a Sin fan for a while, but my thing is I wonder what she would think about this if she found out about them kisses.
I'm sure she'd be pissed.
Well, I know she would be.
Yeah, she'd be very pissed. It makes me wonder, because I was thinking, like, why is she putting Steffy on a pedestal like this? Like, does she know about the paternity thing?
Yeah, well, no, she wasn't around then.
But I want to know if she has knowledge of that. Because I feel that would change her view of Steffy. Because Lee already had a viewpoint about the Forrester. So she was already upset that, the Forrester drama was affecting Finn's life at one point.
Right, when he was in a coma, right?
Yeah. And it makes me wonder, like, why is she still putting Steffy on a pedestal like this? Not to say, like, she shouldn't connect with her daughter-in-law, but, like, Steffy's no angel. Not to say that she's not warranted for what she did to Sheila, but, like, Steffy is no angel. Steffy is not, God's gift to man.
I mean, yeah, I'm wondering, I think that whole paternity thing happened 3 years ago, and Lee came onto the scene when because they had the baby before they got married, correct?
Yeah, it was like a month before.
Okay, yeah. So that paternity thing happened months before, obviously, they got married, because I think Lee and them came onto the scene when they got married.
Yeah.
So I didn't see any dialogue or content to show that Lee even knew about the paternity scandal.
I would like, if the writers are listening, please revisit that, because I think that would give Lee more insight to, like, how deep Steffy and Liam's connection is. And I would like for her to kind of see scenes where, like, Liam and Steffy are, like, hugging. I think we saw a scene where Lee was, like, looking at the doorway and seeing, like, Steffy and Liam's arms or something. I would like to see more scenes of that.
Yeah, when it was after Finn died.
Yeah, and I feel like if she sees that, then she would be on her son's defense team, because Finn needs a support system too. And if she wants to help protect that marriage, she needs to try to keep Liam out that hospital.
Exactly.
I honestly don't think that she would be on Liam's or Finn's side. I think she would look at that as, this is happening because
you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're not supporting you're not with your wife right now. You abandoned your wife. I think that's how she would end up looking at it.
You know what? And being that, because she think he's at fault for a lot of things. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to feel this. And so I agree with you on that one, Key. She might not look at it like, oh, no, she didn't do that or whatever. She'll be more like, well, she wouldn't have to do that if you was doing what you was supposed to be doing.
But this is also, her son took a bullet for Steffy. If she found out that Steffy was a roundaway girl and her son married her and took a bullet for her, and I don't know, I feel like Lee would have a completely different outlook on Steffy in general.
But you know what? See, this speaks to Finn and how he deal with situations, because Liam came up in there and did that to him because he know he can. He know he can. People only do what you allow. And Finn has been allowing the Forresters and Liam to treat and talk to him any kind of way. So that's why they do it. Ain't no way. I mean, I've seen arguments, obviously, between Ridge and Bill, but ain't too many people jumping up in Bill Spencer's face.
That is true.
Or even Victor Newman's face. Well, unless you're Jordan. But in Victor Newman's face, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because there's some people that you just can't do that with. And these people know that with Finn, they can talk to him any kind of way because he don't say anything. He don't clap back hard enough. Because I'm sitting up there waiting for him to just, like, snap. It's in you in your office. You can do whatever you want. Put a needle in his neck for me.
Oh my goodness. I feel bad for Sin fans because I know everyone was really happy that Steffy had finally had a man outside of Liam. And then it broke my heart when I see Steffy jump in like Liam's arms. I'm like, girl, no, this is the real horror story right here.
And see, what would have made a good clip if, like, just say Lee left Finn's office and ran over to the house to have a conversation with Steffy, and she walked in and saw those two.
Yeah,
that would have been great.
It would have been better if it would have been Finn, though.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, why would he? He wasn't gonna do anything. He gonna do it and say, "Get out of my house," and then Liam will be talking crazy to him in his house.
But we haven't seen an instance where he has caught them embracing each other. Mm-hmm. And I mean, what would it do with Lee seeing it, other than, I don't know, Lee possibly cussing out Liam, which that would be nice, but it would be more satisfying if it came from Finn, in my opinion.
It would be more satisfying if she cusses out Steffy. If she found out about those kisses, I hope she puts Steffy on the operating table.
You stupid.
That'd be good television. Keep in mind, this is the same woman who put Sheila through a bolognese. If she found out Steffy was cheating on her son, regardless of how those kisses came about, Steffy will be on that operating table.
Well, girl, I had that when I was doing my intro clips for today's recap. I was going back to find those two kisses and the part. It took me a minute to find that second part where she told Liam, "We're not going to talk about this anymore. We're pretty much keeping it a secret." You know, and it's like, when he was up in there talking about disloyalty, I'm like, dude, are you serious right now? Finn is being disloyal. Okay.
The man who took a bullet.
Right. And this is the same dude that he's telling Steffy or any other woman that should have dumped his behind a long time ago.
Of all people, he's given marital advice. Of all people, while he's still sitting there funky on his daddy's couch for 8 months. Girl,
tell me about it. I'm surprised he ain't at the GCAC like everybody else. They got a room. And I know that's a long way from LA, but it's like, yeah, you got a lot of nerve. You ain't even got your own house. You were
a billionaire son.
Right. I mean, RJ got a house before you did.
Right, exactly. How is it Hope's little brother is able to get his life together and able to commit to one woman, but you are out here trying to get somebody's wife?
And here's the other thing. Bill, that's Bill Spencer's property. You mean tell me that he skipped over Liam to give it to RJ?
I didn't even think of that. Oh,
no. There, that's Bill Spencer's beach house. So you like, I don't trust my wayward son, but I'll give it to RJ Forrester. Okay. A 23-year-old. I don't know. I'm just thinking he's 23, but you'll get that beach house to a 23-year-old over a 30, almost 40-year-old grown son of yours. Okay.
And he had a child.
Right.
See, even his daddy don't even trust him to make smart life decisions.
Oh,
that's
my
why Bill
God.
always had to step in. That's why Bill always had to step in to help him out every single time, even if it's like to extreme proportions, because Liam can never make a simple decision for himself, but he always decides to go after somebody else's woman.
Exactly. I mean, because if he ain't over in Thomas's face, he's over, or Hope's face, he's over in Finn's face. It's like, dude, go find you some business. Do you work? Sir, do you work? We've only seen you at other people's jobs. We've seen you at Finn, where he worked, and we seen you at Forrester. You don't work there, sir.
Nope, and you are not qualified to doctor up on anybody for to be in the hospital this much. So
yeah, how's
you're
he?
not.
Isn't he? Okay, so Finn works in a hospital, not a clinic. Am I correct?
Yes.
So how is he able to get up into without an appointment? Because I know all the doctor's offices. I work for a hospital system myself. If you ain't got an appointment, you're not just gonna go and walk inside of a doctor's office.
Nope. But
security, can you come get this man?
I think he's an ER doctor, so I guess he felt that he felt anything revolving Liam as an emergency. But I think we've seen him with a Spencer publication sometime last year.
Listen, last time I seen him at Spencer Publications was when him and Finn were fighting back then, which was like in August or September. It was after the Rome trip when he kissed Steffy and was trying to get up on before Steph went on. Jacqueline went on maternity leave.
So he's not at his job. So he's just burning gas. So he's just not doing anything. He's just really a literal loaf of bread. He's Wonder Bread.
Girl, he's a busybody. He ain't got nothing better else to do. I mean, unless he works from home, which is on his daddy's couch. What else are you doing? You walking around with kids' toys. Okay, according to Steffy, he's watching the kids. Why isn't... Well, wait a minute. The little boy is with Lee. Because Lee said that Hayes is with her. And then I guess...
And she went to work.
She dropped her off at Brooks. Dropped him off at Brooke.
Why
and said
Brooke?
that she was going to pick... When Lee was in Finn's office, she said that she dropped Hayes off at Brooke's house and was going to pick him back up after work.
Yes, so Lee makes an effort to go to work. To take care of a child and go to work.
Liam needs to go to work too. He needs to stay out of other people's business. Steffy done already told you that she thinks she can get past this with her marriage. And Hope has already told you, I'm wearing this ring around my neck whether you like it or not. So, Liam, find something else to do. And RJ is busy right now, so you can't bother him either.
Yeah, he got a whole other set of issues he about to deal with himself.
I know, right?
I'm not looking forward to getting back into that.
Yeah, well, you'll see it on Friday. Yes, the Teeny Bopper show will be back on Friday.
Great.
It's an episode of Degrassi.
Yeah, you crazy. I might still, hey Bree, I might still do that video that you were telling me about when I matched up all those people.
That would be a ton of fun because I was really trying to think of like people to really put Liam with. I was struggling so hard. And I still came up short.
I can't do it. I don't know. I can't figure out who to put him with. Okay, before we go, what y'all think about Phyllis? Phyllis need to walk away from this.
I haven't watched all of today's episode. What happened?
Oh, well, go ahead, Bree.
Phyllis basically is in her feelings for taking an L, as she always is, and she wants to now go after Christine.
Well, the thing is, she playing in Danny's face by saying, I'm fine, you chose Cricket, go be with her, all of this stuff. And then once he leaves, she tells Abby, I'm not done yet. He think I'm done, but I'm not done yet.
So the last part I saw, because I hadn't finished it, I only got part of the way through the episode, was when Danny and Cricket were getting ready to walk into society to talk to Phyllis. And the only thing I could think to myself was, this man is so pathetic and weak. Are you kidding me right now? And so is Cricket. Like, seriously, you want to go with him to protect him from Phyllis because you don't know what she might try? If Danny cannot handle on his own if Phyllis tries to make a move on him or tries to twist his words and manipulate him into giving her another chance, then why do you want to be with him? If you have to be there to stop that from happening, that's a red flag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like, and then he's like, oh, why don't you come go on tour? That was the best thing I heard. Take Cricket with you, sail off onto the sunset. That'll be the end of the storyline. We keep Phyllis over here, and hopefully they'll bring a man on town for her. Maybe we can move Tucker over to her. But Cricket and Danny, bye-bye. Have a good time on tour. See you later.
When the asked her to go on tour?
At the end of the episode.
And they didn't show her response?
She was excited about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we know her response.
Well, she going. What's she going? She's not the DA no more, right?
So maybe this is their exit.
I don't know. They need to be. Both of them. I'm over it. You know, Lily is coming back probably the week of the 11th or the 18th. So, peace out. What did y'all think about what did y'all think about Chance and Summer? Hot or not?
I didn't get to their scene yet either.
Oh, okay. Did you see the video that I made?
I did see the video, yeah.
Okay. What did you think, Bree? Hot or not?
It was okay. I was expecting a little bit more. Maybe I need to watch it again. It was okay.
You know what? I think that the music was so corny to me. I'm just like, who composes the music? At least the music that we got for Thope made it a little bit better, you know. But the music, we've been waiting for Chance and Summer for like 4 or 5 months. And now we get here, and the corniest music ever.
Yeah, I was expecting, I don't know, what is with this slow motion for me type of music? I don't understand.
Girl, I don't know. That's why I gave it a B or B minus. You know, just the fact that we finally got some romance outside of Audra and Tucker for a change.
Right.
Because
only people.
Go ahead, Bree.
You're right. It's the only people who's getting it in is Audra and Tucker.
That's it. That's it. And that's the only people. So it was nice to see on The Young and the Restless, Summer and Chance finally doing the do. But I don't know. Do you think the scene with Sharon and Chance was better than Summer and Chance?
And I have to go back and watch their scene.
Well, remember, he picked her up.
And that's what I said when you sent the video. Mm-hmm. The only thing I wish that he would have done was pick her up when they were standing there kissing. And I thought it looked like he was getting ready to do that, but I think it was just her standing on her tippy toes or something.
Well, didn't he pick her up and put her on the bed, though?
I can't remember. I wanted him to pick her up like
he did Sharon.
Her leg. I can't remember the scene with Sharon. I have to go back and find it. Like the way we've seen Finn pick up Steffy, that's how I want him to pick Summer up.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully this is not the last time we see them two together.
I hope not.
You know, maybe we'll get a better, I don't know. But it was nice to... Go ahead.
I was going to say, I did see the clip where he said something to Summer about being a couple. I can't remember exactly how he phrased it, but it was nice to hear him say that since she was the one that has been crushing on him for months.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
Oh, no, I am.
Oh, okay. I'm looking in the comment section, and people are saying that Chance and Sharon have more fire in their scene than this one. I remember that because he picked her up. But see, Sharon has had history of knowing how to work love scenes. Mm-hmm. Sharon Case can, when she was with Adam, when she was with Nicholas, the list goes on. I won't go down that list. But she has a history of knowing how to work a sex scene, which makes, just like Audra. Audra knows how to work a scene. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what added it to it. Do you think Allison made it spicy? I mean, she undid his pants.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't just from the video. I haven't seen it on the episode.
Okay.
I didn't think it was terrible. I guess I just wanted more. I don't. Maybe we're just spoiled from watching.
Yeah, because they were saying, people were saying Thope
Jackie.
Yeah, they saying Thope is still the hottest couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta give it to her. Listen, I gotta give it to Matt Atkinson, because all the scratching and biting that we saw, dude was biting.
Yeah.
You know. Who said that? Bree.
Yeah. That was me. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Happy for his wife.
Thomas was biting. You know, and we saw scratch marks on people's backs because on social media they were taking pictures and circling where there were scratch marks. They have really got into it. They made it look so realistic, and I think that's why people bought into it so deeply.
And Little House on the Prairie still can't make a decision about this man.
Oh gosh.
My little House on the Prairie.
Little House on the Prairie. Oh man!
I saw somebody posted a spoiler on social media. I don't know if I'm assuming it's supposed to be next week. I'll have to go back and find it and send it to you guys. Mm-hmm. It says something like Thomas makes one final proposal or something like that.
For what?
I don't know. Some people online are saying that they hope that it's not a proposal, like a marriage proposal, but like a move in with me proposal.
Oh.
Because we've also seen pictures. We saw a couple of weeks ago, Casey posted pictures of Thomas's set, like almost indicating that maybe some scenes coming up are going to be at Thomas's house. So I don't know. Maybe that's what the proposal will be.
That would be refreshing to see Thomas's house.
Wait a minute. Do you actually think Hope would want to move in? I mean, it would be smart to get out of that tiny cabin in the woods.
Mm-hmm. I feel like if he asked her to move in, she would.
Ooh, but then here come Liam, because he's not going to want Beth over there. All of a sudden, he's going to be concerned about Beth.
Good. He can go back over there and be concerned about Beth and Hope.
He need to get Steffy from out of his arms first.
Do you think there's a part of Steffy that wants him back?
Yes.
Oh, dang. That was a quick yes.
That's our question.
I don't know. I feel like if she did, it would have happened over the summer or this fall when she was pissed off at Finn about Sheila.
Well, I mean, that was like right before she went on maternity leave. But now that she is completely snatched, I wonder would they take her down that path to put her back with Liam? I just don't.
I mean, it seems like they're hinting that way.
Mm-hmm. Now I know there's a lot
of Liam was saying.
I know,
but like I said this over the summer when everybody thought Steffy was gonna leave Finn then after Liam kissed her in Rome, that when Steffy wants something, she does it. She doesn't fart around with it. Like if she wanted to be with Liam, she would have been with Liam by now. Mm-hmm. So or if Finn says I can't do this, Steffy's not leaving him for Liam.
Yeah, she was kind of doing the same thing with when she was married to Wyatt. She was allowing kisses and the flirtation and Liam coming to quote unquote console her. She's allowing the same thing. That's why I feel like underlining she's just inching to put that picture back on the wall.
I feel like though when she was with Wyatt, it was obvious that she wasn't over Liam. Like she was doing obvious things that where you could tell like she wasn't truly. It was kind of like when Hope was with Wyatt. Like you could tell that she was still thinking about Liam and still wanting to be with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't get that same feeling with her being married to Finn as I did when she was married to Wyatt, because she straight up told Liam, if you think I'm leaving my husband for you, like, basically think again, because it's not happening. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if she really wanted to, she knows that she can have Liam, so if she really wanted to be with him, she has
good point.
She had the perfect excuse in the world to dump Finn and tell Finn, I can't do this because I can't deal with your mother. You clearly, want a relationship with her. I can't support that, and I don't want to be a part of it. And she could have walked out on him a long time ago. Mm-hmm. But there's been multiple times over the years, and she didn't do it. She stuck by him.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Well, I guess we'll see, but it looked like they're headed down this direction. Now, Finn is supposed to go back to the house on Friday, I think. So it'll be the first time this week since he ran out, which was yesterday. So we'll see what happens. He's still going to be struggling. She's still going to be struggling. Now, there's somebody, I don't know who that was. I think it was Melissa Spencer dropped something into the chat that said that she allegedly heard that Kimberly Brown was getting into politics, which is why she wanted to go into retirement. I don't know if that's true, but if that's the case and she is not coming back, and she's going...
She did run for Congress, like, back in 2016.
Yeah, I'm wondering, it's election year, so maybe she's going to try to do it again this year. Who knows?
That's true.
She started a little late.
Yeah, well, I mean, unless it's something local, maybe it's something not like, I don't know if she's running for senator or something, but I don't know. Then if we have no villain, because technically there is no villain. Some people are saying, what I'm seeing online is that Thomas might go back dark again.
I don't see them doing that.
Well, who's going to be the antagonist?
Whoever, maybe the secret person that Sheila been.
That's true. That's
maybe
true.
They bring back Sheila's daughter.
I hope so.
Which ones? She got all these children.
She got what? She got 3 girls and 2 boys.
Yeah. Daisy was the craziest of them, I think.
Yeah, she got Daisy, Mary, and Diana, and then the 2 boys are Finn and Ryder. And she mentioned that she had, remember she was talking to Steffy when Steffy barged in over at her house, and she said, I got other kids too. So I'm wondering, they've had her say that for a reason.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, go ahead. And maybe if they are bringing in a child of hers, that villain can stick around for a while because she's, of course, much younger.
I just hope if they do that she doesn't come in hot off the bat trying to take people out. Like, let her do little petty things that aren't necessarily illegal, but are screwing with people's lives. Because I don't know. I just feel like if you come in too hard with a villain and, like, off the bat they start breaking the law in an extreme way, then it's like there's only so much you can do with them after that.
Yeah. Well, I hope if it's one of her daughters that end up maybe dating Liam, since Steffy claimed that she don't want him back right now, and Hope is, dealing with Thomas. Maybe this girl comes into Liam's life and turn around, he's now with one of Sheila's kids.
I would like to see Liam with
that would be girl. Perfect.
Yeah, since Steffy ended up being with one of Sheila's sons, and he, Liam falls in love with her, and he's over the moon, and come to find out this is Sheila Carter's daughter. That would be so funny.
Oh, Bill would love that.
I know, right? Man, that
but
would be
with Sheila being gone now, it wouldn't make a difference.
Mm-mm.
Other than maybe if this girl is, a little cray-cray.
Mm-hmm. So
Liam needs like an Amber Moore to come back.
Or we just need Amber Moore to come back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would love for her to come back.
Yep. So, Bree, I know you got to be out at 8:30. It's about 20 after.
Yes, I do.
So, we've been on here for about a little over an hour and 20 minutes, I think, maybe hour 15. So, we got enough time in the vent. Did y'all got some final things to say before we end the live?
Please hit that like button and subscribe.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You got anything, Keish?
Nope. I'll see you guys on Friday, though.
Yep. Okay. All right, you guys, we're going to end it right here with the midweek chat. We had to come in and chime in about some stuff on actually both soaps up until this middle week point. And especially we had to vent about little Puke Waffle Boy Liam because he needs to take several seats. And Fan, you got to tell these people where to go. So. Seriously. All right, you guys, we will talk to you all on Friday. Stay tuned for the recaps for tomorrow and Friday, and we will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.